In this video, we're going to talk about present value for simple interest. Now, in a previous video, we talked about future value. So what is present value? Well, a sum of money that can be deposited today to yield some larger amount in the future is called the present value of that future amount. Okay, now let's recall our future value formula. It said that A is equal to P times 1 plus RT. Well, remember that the A was equal to the principal plus the interest. The interest was PRT. Remember, for simple interest, I equals PRT. And what you can do in this case is both terms have a P, so you can factor it out. P times 1 gives you P. And then plus P times RT would give you PRT. So that's this formula here. A is equal to P times 1 plus RT. Well, if you solve this formula for P, basically if you divide both sides of this formula by 1 plus RT, okay, divide both sides by that, the left-hand side you'll have A over 1 plus RT is equal to P. Okay, and this is the present value formula. Okay, the present value, P, of a future amount of A dollars at a simple interest rate R for T years is given by this formula. That's the formula I just wrote there. P equals A over 1 plus RT. Now, a note here, in interest problems, P is always going to represent the amount at the beginning. Okay, so it could be either called the principal or the present value. So we call it P for principal or for present value. A is the amount at the end. Okay, that's like the future value or the maturity value. Okay, let's do two examples here. Find the present value of $32,000 in 4 months at 9% interest. Now let's remember our formula here. We have P is equal to A over 1 plus RT. Okay, now this $32,000 is amount in the future. The question is, what's the present value of that future amount? So the A in this case is 32,000. The 1 plus RT, well, the rate is 0.09. And the time is 4/12, okay, or 1/3, if you want to write it like that. Okay, now plug this into a calculator, and always be careful when you're plugging things into a calculator to use parentheses correctly. If you wanted to do it all in one step, you'd have to put parentheses around the whole bottom part. Okay, but if you plug this into a calculator, what you end up getting is 31,067. 0.961165, etc. So what that really means is $31,067.96 if you round to the nearest penny. Okay, so what that's saying is that $31,067.96 is the present value of $32,000 4 months from now. So in other words, $31,067.96 right now is equivalent in some sense. If you get 9% interest, it's equivalent to having $32,000 4 months from now. Okay, so $32,000 4 months from now is equivalent, if you're getting a 9% interest rate, to this amount of money right now. Okay, this is the present value of that future amount of money. Okay, let's do one more example. Suppose you must pay let's suppose say someone $5,000 10 months from now. If you can invest at an annual rate of 5%, how much should you invest right now in order to have the correct amount? Okay, so you want to pay somebody $5,000 10 months from now, and the question is, how much should you invest right now if you're getting a 5% interest rate in order to have that $5,000 in the future? Okay, so my guess is maybe it's $4,000 something. Okay, it'll definitely be less than $5,000, right? How much do we want to invest now so that it will grow to be $5,000 10 months from now? So again, what we're looking for is the present value of that future amount. So P is equal to A over 1 plus RT. The A is the amount that you want to have in the future, right? That's the $5,000. The R is the interest rate, and the T is the time. Now, 10 months from now is really 10/12 or 5/6, however you want to write it. But when you figure this out in a calculator, it turns out, I rigged it up so it'd be a nice even number as an answer here. It's $4,800. Okay, so $4,800 now is equivalent, in some sense, to having $5,000 10 months from now. Okay, it's equivalent if you're assuming a 5% interest rate. So $4,800 is the present value of $5,000 10 months from now. Or another way of saying it is $5,000 is the future value 10 months from now of $4,800 right now. Okay? So 4,800 would be the present value, 5,000 would be the future value.